Welcome to this session. My name is Birgit Oberer. I'm Professor for Informatics and Education Director at EDCOP Institute for Interdisciplinary Research. Today we focus on the question, artificial intelligence and school, do they go together? Let's have a quick look at today's agenda. Chatbots, which can answer questions using artificial intelligence, are increasingly finding their way into today's school life. Artificial intelligence has long been part of our everyday lives, even if we are not always aware of it. So when search engines, for example, provide us with certain results depending on our previous online behavior, or navigation systems help us avoid traffic jams, or voice assistants fulfill our music wishes, there is ultimately always an artificial intelligence system behind it. The program ChatGPT, released end of 2022, is a chatbot that is able to provide human answers to all kinds of questions using artificial intelligence. So ChatGPT can be used in different languages, and it can ideally mimic the user's writing style, allowing a believable and natural interaction. Together with a colleague of mine, Professor Recola, I analyzed the strengths and weaknesses of ChatGPT from the user's point of view and from the pedagogical point of view. We focused on threats and opportunities that such a tool like ChatGPT can generally exhibit. So we explored the questions of whether educational institutions should ban these applications, or whether educators should adapt their style of teaching and give ChatGPT a specific place in the classroom. Chatbot is a bot which can interact or chat with human users in natural languages. So chatbots are only as intelligent as the scripts and the respective database behind them. Artificial intelligence refers to systems with intelligent, self-learning behavior that analyze their environment and act with some degree of autonomy. Artificial intelligence has become a catch-all term for applications that perform complex tasks that in the past required human interaction. The European Commission has published in 2022 ethical guidelines for instructors on the use of artificial intelligence for teaching and learning purposes. The guidelines focus on how artificial intelligence can be used in schools to support teachers and students in teaching and learning, and to facilitate the handling of administrative tasks in educational institutions. So ChatGPT is currently on everyone's lips, and it's described as a revolution in marketing. So GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, and is an artificial neural network. The chatbot is based on the GPT-3 language model, and this language model relies on deep learning technology and is trained with algorithms fed with an enormous amount of data. The system is pre-trained and can interact with humans with a chat window. The growing importance and potential of artificial intelligence in the form of chatbots has been apparent for some time. And the great benefits of these systems, for example, in the area of customer service, have led to a very strong further development of that technology. And the ChatGPT program is one of the latest developments. The result of a ChatGPT query is an equation with billions of variables which express in which context certain words occur and put them then into logical relationships. This can, for example, far exceed the results of previous search engines. Now, let me tell you some facts about the study we conducted. In this research, a deductive, qualitative approach is used to evaluate the user interface of ChatGPT, focusing on task accomplishment. So a guideline-oriented evaluation method is employed where usability and user experience are assessed based on a predetermined set of guidelines. The software tool is evaluated by having user perform basic tasks related to scientific work and high school subjects like history, geography, or business studies. The evaluation results are used to modify the tasks and determine the optimal formulation and level of detail required for satisfactory solutions from the user's perspective. We have asked ChatGPT to perform a SWOT analysis for ChatGPT. We asked the system to make a SWOT analysis about himself. The result, you can see the prompt here on the slide. The result was ChatGPT created a SWOT analysis for itself and explained the concept in the I form. The results of both tasks consist of a basic concept of a SWOT analysis on the one hand, and the advantages and disadvantages of ChatGPT on the other hand. The statements are vague and apply broadly to all different artificial intelligence systems. In the further step now, we wanted to find out if and how well ChatGPT can connect multiple concepts and contextualize them. We therefore gave ChatGPT the task to create a balanced scorecard for ChatGPT, integrating a SWOT analysis for the tool. So this means ChatGPT had to create a balanced scorecard for the system, and it had to integrate another model, the SWOT analysis for this tool. So a combination of two different models to be elaborated. And now let's have a look regarding the results. ChatGPT applies the balanced scorecard framework in a very rigid manner and provides content for each dimension. We ask also to add one dimension, but the system didn't execute that. It ignored this requirement. And we also requested the system to rename dimensions. Also, this was not considered, but it was necessary in that case. And we had requested from ChatGPT to integrate a SWOT analysis for each dimension of the created balanced scorecard. The tool didn't implement the requested integration of the SWOT analysis for the dimensions. What the system did is a balanced scorecard was created and the SWOT analysis was added at the end without any reference to the balanced scorecard. So the tool performed poorly in completing the task. If given precise specifications, ChatGPT can produce a higher quality result. This means, you can see here an example, that if one is already very versed in a topic and manage to incorporate personal knowledge into the question, will get a very satisfactory work from ChatGPT. If given a task on an unfamiliar topic, one should expect to receive a poor and sometimes inadequate result from ChatGPT. This means the more knowledge and detailed specifications the user provides, the more likely the result from ChatGPT will be useful. We ask then ChatGPT to perform prompts in different languages. The results were good in English, acceptable in German, and bad in Danish and Turkish, the other two languages we used. So let me summarize the study we conducted. In the subject Geography, History, and Business Studies, according to the guide we prepared before, various tasks from a student's perspective as well as from a teacher's perspective were given. Students, all English natives at different school levels from different school types, were asked to solve tasks from their current school life through ChatGPT. There were more than 30 students involved in this project. And all tasks were performed to ChatGPT in English, so they are comparable. It can be seen among the students that for all three subjects, they were mostly satisfied with the results of ChatGPT. Instructors evaluated the results on average as moderate to high, which was lower than the students' assessment. The student assignments were related to essay writing and preparing content for presentations. The results differed for instructors. Tasks were given to ChatGPT in the area of quiz preparation, handouts, and test preparation. Instructors were generally satisfied with the quizzes created by ChatGPT when they revised the questions themselves. Unedited quizzes were rated low or moderate. Instructors rated the handouts created by ChatGPT as high or very high in terms of quality. On average, instructors evaluated ChatGPT's ability to create test assignments as moderate. So what comes next? Well, with the rise of digitization and new technologies, especially artificial intelligence, we are seeing significant transformations in socio-economic developments. Artificial intelligence is increasingly important in education as well, with more and more learning platforms being developed to enhance students' learning. So artificial intelligence systems are being used in classrooms to diagnose learning problems and improve learning outcomes. These systems also have the potential to make instruction more personalized and individualized. However, to establish user trust, artificial intelligence application must be engineered securely and reliable. So ethical and social responsibility must also be considered as well as data privacy concerns. Instructors can use ChatGPT to support the development of learning materials, but it should be emphasized that it's only a helper and cannot replace communication skills and other methods necessary for learning. So, in conclusion, what are our lessons learned for today? Well, ChatGPT can be a valuable tool for approaching different content topics in education. However, it's important to recognize that it's only an enabler and not the end result. So ChatGPT's output should be seen as the source of information to be critically questioned and, if necessary, compared with other sources. Thank you for listening.